People got mad at Valkyrae because there was a clip on Twitter that went viral that reveals her plans of life. And people got mad when she said that she probably won't have kids and she'll just be playing video games. People were really pissed at that for some reason. That's like normal way of life, dude. Just because she's rich and famous doesn't necessarily mean like she needs to have kids or whatever. Like, I'll show you the clip in a second here, but I find it so odd that people were so mad at her for something that she wants to do in her life. Valkyrae reveals her plans for the next 40 years of her life. Probably won't have kids, plays video games, be hot, make money.
I've gotten over it. I'm probably never having kids. It is what it is. I'm probably going to play video games for the rest of my life. I'm probably going to be as hot for as long as I can. And I'm probably going to keep making money in the best ways I can, which is like doing commercials and shows. Like, that's probably what's going to happen for the next like 40 years until I die. And I think people are just going to keep being mad at me about it. It is what it is. I don't know, man. I don't know.
When you read the tweet, it sounds pretty depressing, but in the actual clip, it doesn't even sound that depressing. It just sounds like a normal way of life. On everything, that is depressing AF. I don't know if Tectone here is just trolling or genuinely being serious, because at the end of the day, it's her life, and whatever she does, it's whatever she does, essentially. Just because she doesn't want to have kids doesn't mean that like she's wasting life or whatever. Some people genuinely just want to be rich and successful and then just live on their own without a care in the world, or don't have to worry about like, oh, I gotta wake up early to go drop off like my kid at school or whatever. And I get it. There's also people out there that want to be rich and successful while having a family too. That's also completely fine. But just because one famous influencer doesn't want to do that doesn't mean like their life is so boring and depressing and this and that. If I'm not mistaken, she's like 33, 34. She's not like auntie levels of age yet, but she's still young, I guess. Like, that's like asking me, somebody that's almost 20, like, do you want kids? Not right now, no, dude. I'm a broke college student. I make YouTube videos to see if I'm able to afford food at my local campuses. So it's like, I don't want to have kids. Maybe when I'm like 30 and settled down, maybe, I don't know. But some people just don't want to have kids, and that's fine. Not having kids when you're rich and attractive is a crime against humanity. What do you mean? This is the type of shit I'm talking about. Do people really care about this? Like, why are you, a grown-ass man, going on Twitter or quote tweeting this Valkyrae clip and like, oh, it's so depressing that she just wants to be an attractive woman and play video games and make a shit ton of money even though she's already rich as fuck anyways? Like, why do you care so much, bro? The only reason I'm talking about this is because everybody else is talking about this and everybody can agree that, like, let just people live their own lives. In my opinion, it's pretty difficult to maintain a child, especially in the era we live now where everything is pretty expensive for the most part. Obviously, this doesn't affect somebody like Valkyrae because she is rich and successful, but for a lot of us, that is a struggle. Sometimes people just want to like go explore and not have to worry about like a kid or whatever, and that's completely fine. Rich with no children, a pointless life, LMAO. Blue checkmark on Twitter, I know you're doing this for like 5 cents. I'm just saying, if I was rich and I had a lot of money, I would travel the world and just like have fun. I'm about to enter my 20s. Trust me, if I had success and money, I would be traveling the world. Right now, I'm a broke college student, see where I can go in life at the moment. But that's just how it is. Just because you're rich and you don't have a child doesn't mean your life is pointless. Because you can go out there and buy shit and do shit and explore the world. This might be a hot take, but it's low-key selfish to not have kids. I have a better hot take. Stop worrying about people's lives. That might be a crazy take to say. A lot of us, to some extent, are parasocial about like their favorite creator. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't worry about Valkyrae's life, whether or not she decides to have kids or not, because at the end of the day, you probably wouldn't know until like she's comfortable enough to announce it. What's the point of being rich if you don't have a family of your own? LOL. Well, I'll tell you. Being able to explore the world. I literally just said that like a minute or two ago. When you are rich, you're able to do a lot of stuff. You're able to comfortably live alone, maybe you bought a house because you were able to afford to. Maybe you want to travel to like Japan or Spain because you're able to afford it, because traveling is expensive, by the way. For many of us, traveling is a luxury. And so people want to have the luxury of being able to travel or being able to buy a house or an apartment or a new fucking expensive car because they're just able to. Just because you're rich doesn't mean like you're forced to have kids. No, that just doesn't make sense. So after this clip went viral, Valkyrae took to Twitter to say, all I did yesterday was talk about how excited I am to start a family, but the clip farmers won't post those clips. My best guess, since I've never seen a Valkyrie stream before, is that Clippers were in the stream and then they took this because it was going to do numbers on Twitter, and then boom, it did numbers on Twitter. 100% guaranteed that there's more context to that initial clip that I showed you than I could probably find. But regardless of that, it doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, like I said, it's her life. Whether or not she has kids is honestly up to her. Whether or not I have kids in the future by the time I graduate or I become another slap tuber, that's my decision at the end of the day. If your goal in life is to be rich and successful and have kids, well, good for you. That's fine. No one's arguing that's not fine. That is fine. That's a good goal to have. But you can't go be mad at people when they have similar goals, but the difference is that they don't want to have kids and you do. That just makes no sense. Whether or not she's like engagement farming because this went viral on Twitter, that's not really a point. That's kind of like irrelevant here. It's just that people were genuinely pissed off that she didn't want to have kids and she just wanted to enjoy life and play games. Like, that's so normal. Like, think about it like this. You're a successful streamer. You're the co-owner of 100 Thieves. You're able to just chill and live life. At that point, you can just do whatever you want. Maybe you want to have kids. Maybe you don't. Maybe you want to travel to fucking Japan, like I said, or fucking Spain and France or whatever. At the end of the day, she made it. She's rich and successful. She got money, generational money at that. My advice is lock in on your goals. Stop like hating on Twitter for like 5 cents, dude. Because I don't think those 5 cents are paying for your McDonald's order because you don't have enough like McDonald's points or whatever on the app. Damn, that shit was really like the most big bag thing I think I've ever said. I'm hungry, dude. I'm waiting for my food. I Ubered like eat some shit right now. I don't even know what I'm saying, but I'm waiting for my food, gang. But anyways, I think we'll leave the video at that. That's all I really have to say on this. Kind of surprising that this went viral because this is like a whole lot of nothing. I'm gonna be real, it's a whole lot of nothing. But subscribe if you are new to the channel, like the video if you did enjoy, and I'm out. See ya.